Hey, everybody. How's it going? How's everybody doing this wonderful Sunday? I've had a busy but great weekend. I got a visit from one of my nieces yesterday, and it was lovely. I actually convinced her to stay overnight, and we power watched about the first 4 to 5 episodes of Bridgerton. So it was fun. Hello. Let me pop out. And if you have not said hi yet, please do so now so I can acknowledge you. But I won't see your name in the participants list unless you say hello first. Hello, Ann Lewis, Seashell Surf, Aces, Carol McKinney, Jean Phillips, Joe Mama. Hi, darling. Did you get my email? Mary Jane, mwah, and Stephen. Who just jumped in? Rhonda, Rosie. All right, we're back over to the live chat. How's everybody doing? Excuse me. What's everybody having for Sunday dinner? Hey, Mary. Oh, no. Mary Jane, did you call Linda? And if there's anybody new here from either TikTok or just new to the channel or new to me, welcome to Life with the Wolfies. Folks, I am uploading. Now you're seeing a lot of you're seeing videos that are migrating over from our half-acre homestead, and it's going to take some time to get them all done. But I think I'm thinking of moving some of how does it over. I haven't decided yet. I will be going video by video, and if I choose it to migrate it over to here, Life with the Wolfies, I will remove it from our half-acre homestead and bring it over here. It's past it. It's actually a good idea in the sense where I'm lessening the burden on people finding stuff in our half-acre homestead. And I'm also, these videos have already been watched. For the most part, they're no longer fresh, but they will help my watch time hours, which is right now at 2,100 hours. I need 4,000, I believe. Supper is in the oven, and it's going to be turning on in a half an hour.
I'm going to town to get your pills.
Right. Okay. We're having spatchcock chicken, baked potatoes, and I'm thinking some asparagus. Okay. Hi, Jean. How are you, darling? So, Sue's called me later. Okay. So, check your email, Mary Jane. I sent out an email to everybody saying, pick your time. Sorry, folks. We are orchestrating our family visit. We're going to Peterborough. We're taking the motor coach, and I'm trying to organize it because Ontario, even though most of the things are going to be lifted, that pin is sticking in my head. Most of the bans, a lot of the things are going to be lifted, but you still can only gather. Now, anybody from Ontario here, can you gather 10 to a household or 10 outside? That's what I'm not sure of. If it's more than 10 outside, then that's fine, right? Hey, Michelle, how are you, darling? Clever you, darling. How are you? Oh, let's look at that. It's like a friggin' ringlet. I'm just gonna put it in a loose tail right now. 10 period. Okay, thanks, Mary Jane. Everything is opening up there too. Yeah, well, we'll see, Stephen. We'll see how. Ow, I got a piece stuck. Oh, good. I had my bobby pin was kind of, how sometimes it'll get sticking into your head at a weird angle. Helen, how are you, darling? So I'm orchestrating our family gathering or our visit because we're visiting, like I said before, it's not because I love the park that we're going to because it doesn't have a swimming pool. I wouldn't swim in the lake, right? And the water is so heavy chlorinated that we have to bring our own drinking water. But the whole point, though, is that it is central to, Peterborough is conceivably a driving distance from Oshawa, from Lindsay, from Coburg, from Apsley, from Lakefield. You know what I mean? From Belleville, even. I think I have one cousin talking about coming up from Belleville. Hey, Karen Doc. All right, Michelle. Hey, look for the spatchcock chickens. When I saw them at Costco. Now that's Canadian. It's Canadian dollars, but it was like $10. And you can't buy a whole chicken for that price. So a spatchcocked and pre-seasoned chicken for that price is actually really good. Hey, Karen. Where's Chaos? Hi, Chaos. Everything open and no more masks here, but the state park with a splash pad. My 8-year-old really has cabin fever bad. He's watching weather looking for beach time. Oh, I don't blame him. I don't blame him, right? Not at all. And if you see me doing this, if you can see, my lips are dry and cracked at the corners. I made a mistake of buying pre-popped popcorn. And I've bought it at IGA before, and it was really good. But I bought it at Giant Tiger, and it was so salty, it burnt my tongue. It hurt my mouth. Hi, With Sally. How are you, darling? Can't stay long. It's all about the rhubarb. You know it, baby. Oops, I got that backwards. Excuse me. While I puff, puff, pass. So this week, where's that, Rosie? Try refreshing, Mary Jane. Or look on your screen for a little speech bubble and touch it with your finger if you have a touch screen. Like if you're using your phone or your tablet. Well, that was enough of that. Excuse me. As always happens. Now I have to blow my nose. Excuse me. Oh, there's my purple towel. I knew I was looking for my purple towel back there. I was looking for it when I went for my swim last night. Sunday dinner tonight, a huge salad. Well, I'm doing a spatchcock chicken that I got from Costco. I pre-baked, not completely baked through, but I used my little New Wave oven to, jumpstart a couple of baking potatoes. California. Okay. I'll watch from my room, but I'll be on my phone. Hey, yes, you were notified. I sent it. I make sure, like, honey, I just put it up like 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, Malka, and I did tell you, send it to you on Messenger because I know you miss the regular daily live streams, and so I always make sure I try and notify as many people personally as I can. Hey, Helen 22, how are you, darling? And Lewis, how was your meal yesterday? Thanks again for the chili recipe. What was, now wait a second. Rhubarb or mask come off. Sunday dinner tonight, a huge salad. Soon, Michelle. And the only reason I'm saying soon is because I'm not giving out. I have somebody coming to look after the house, but I just don't want to give out the details. You'll know when you see me go live. If I've reached 1,000 subscribers by the time we go for our visit, I'll be able to go live from my phone. Otherwise, if I still have not reached 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have to go live from our half-acre homestead. right? So, hey, Tina B. Or from Ontario, California. I've been in Ontario, California. I was so mad because we were going to um where were we going to? Was it Arizona or Las Vegas? It was one of the two. And what happened, what was supposed to be like 6 hours of flight plus um, changing plane time, turned into 24 hours in a plane. It was horrible. There was weather issues, and so we were running out of gas, so we had to go to Ontario, California to refuel, and then wait for the weather warnings to clear and all that stuff. It was really wild. You're welcome, Malka. You're welcome. So, but we're going on vacation soon. And like I said, it's not really a vacation in the sense what people think. It's us and us going to see our families, going to a central location where our families um, can come from all directions. And because we're taking our motor coach, we take our social distancing tools with us. It's not like we have to stay in somebody's house. It's not like everybody has to come and visit me at somebody's house, right? I mean, people can come to the park and we can sit outside in lawn chairs and visit, and or in the evening have a fire and maybe have some lunch or whatever, but we're outside, right? Oh yeah, Seashell. I am so excited, darling. Oh, Seashell, please email me your address again because I have your thing here in its padded envelope and I want to mail it this week. And I've lost your I have many emails, okay? I have about 4 emails and I can't remember which one it got sent to, and I think I might have accidentally deleted it. You know what I mean? So, Ginger Gargoyle, how are you? Excuse me. No, it's not the COVID, it's the cannabis. That's all right. We're just getting started here. I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. Yeah, I'm no Pink. Hot child in the city. Hey, Christina, how's it going, darling? How's it going? So, oh, by the way, I gotta tell ya, those Manitoba tomatoes, if you're a Canadian, get the seeds. Remember, everyone was like, a lot of people were teasing me because I started my tomatoes too soon, but I have a short growing season. I have tomatoes that big. I got the tomatoes already, green tomatoes that big, and it's only June. I'm used to not seeing baby tomatoes till mid-July. Mid-July, late July. You know what I mean? Hi, Monique from Arizona. Like I've said before, we used to have a mobile home in Arizona. We bought it right after the big crash in 2008. And we got it and we fixed it up. But I mean, we would go out there for Christmas sometime, like Christmas or a winter. We'd go out for like Howie would take his holidays in the winter, and then we would take a couple of long weekends. So we get out there 2-3 times a year. But you're married to it. You're paying the lot fees. You're paying all these things. It was costing us like $5,000 a year just to maintain it, right? You're in Goodyear. Well, we were in just outside of Phoenix and Peoria. And the thing is because it had sat, it needed work, right? But we got a deal on it. So, oh, and I'll never forget when we had to change the money from Canadian to American. No, from Canadian to American to for the check for the mobile home. My bank charged me 3 cents on the dollar for the conversion on top of the cash conversion that was standard rate. And that, gee, it was a chunk. So ever since then, well, not ever since then, but we've since moved to a credit union, or an Ontario credit union, and they're the best. I recommend credit unions to anybody. Um, you're in Chandler. One of my plants just set its first fruit. Very excited. I have a rainbow wall of tomatoes, 12 plants, all different colors and varieties. Oh, wow. Well, don't collect seeds from your fruit for next year, because they will cross pollinate. They won't cross pollinate and produce, mixed fruit this time, but the seeds you collect from them will be wacky hybrids kind of thing. Aldo, how's it going, sweetheart? Just popping in to say hi. I'm at family reunion with cousins. Love y'all. Bless y'all. Okay, Aldo. Mwah. Well, thank you for thinking of us. Thank you very much. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, tomatoes. So I've got little banana peppers that are almost yellow. So I mean, my tomatoes are doing grand. I'm pretty sure out of the 7 or 8 tomato plants I got, only 2 of them are the Brandywines, which they're what am I thinking of, Steven? One is a certain type that bushes out, and one is another that vines. Brandywine is the kind that indeterminate is the Brandywine. So when it gets above the cages, I just shear it off and let everything develop just under the cages. I just keep cutting it down. Whereas the Manitoba tomatoes are a determinate tomato, so they're just going to bush out. I don't even know if they need a cage or not. Okay, Mary Jane, I love you. All right, Aldo. Mwah. Take care, darling. So what's everybody having for dinner besides a big bowl of salad for Stephen? Oh, my neck. I got to do a walkabout. You should see the work Howie's done yesterday. Excuse me. He whippersnipped. I'll call you after, Mary Jane. He whippersnipped what I call the parkland, which will not always be a parkland, because Howie wants to put a shop on it. And when he puts a shop on it, I'm building a studio, because this is not going to be big enough anymore. And I would like it to come back to being my sewing room, right? Pot roast, stuffed shells, Spanish rice, Polish style, leftover chicken fajitas, baked red potato, pork loin. We always used to have pasta at noon, just a typical Italian family lunch. Steak on the grill, sweet corn on the cob. I've got corn on the cob in my freezer. It's probably 3 years old, and I should throw some in the oven just to see if it's any good. Because if not, I can just quickly pan fry some of my asparagus. Coney dogs and deviled egg potato salad. Ooh, chicken on a stick, chicken breast, new potatoes and green beans. Ramen noodles. Corn on the cob, says summer is here. Absolutely. But I really do want to take a couple out and throw them in the oven. Do you guys mind if I do that right now? If I can get them out of the freezer without falling in. If I don't come back, send out the troops. Okay, I'll be right back, because I want to see if they're edible. If they're not edible, then I'm just going to get Howie to give them to the squirrels, right? Like, throw them in the ravine, let the raccoons and squirrels have them. But if they are good, I want to pack some in the fridge freezer for our vacation. So I will be right back. Ooh, oof, oof. You know what happened? And I got 5 minutes before the oven starts. Do you know what happened? Oh, look at my ringlet. How are you doing? I hope you're having a nice evening. I didn't realize that was coming so quick. Isn't it the turning point for onions? I don't know what that means. Summer solstice. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here for solstice. So I'm not going to be able to get to dance naked in the pool under the stars. I do it every night anyway. I didn't fall in, but you know what happened? You know the rice I buy big bags of rice. I put them in my freezer until I can, find the time to get them into half-gallon jars, right? One of them's ripped. And I've only lost like a cup of rice out of it, but it's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. And so I pulled it out and put it on the little freezer. Hey, Mr. Bucky and Jackie Moppet. That is interesting. I guess the sun would know best. Best solstice. What are we doing? I can't do anything. I'm going to be camping, right? And I certainly am not. I don't even want to put my foot in Little Lake in Peterborough, but I certainly ain't going skinny dipping in it under the stars. So I'll just have to do it every night before I go and every night after I come back. Oh, that's a good idea, Seashell. Hi, Rennie. How are you, darling? Yes, I have a long day, onions. Okay, what do you mean by the turning point for onions? Okay, rice. So what I'm going to do is I had this idea because I'm going to be cooking some macaroni like the day before we leave, like Thursday or Friday. And I'm going to put cooked pasta al dente in a tub in the fridge of the coach so that I have pre-cooked pasta for salads. I'm going to take my chopper. Oh, yes, I'm going to take my chopper. And then I'm going to take a couple of jars or three jars of home canned potatoes so that I have instant fixings. Like, because I don't want to cook any more than I have to because the coach gets really hot. So if I can just whip up salads, like a chopped salad or a leafy salad or a potato salad or a pasta salad, and then just some, and a meat dish, we're all good, right? What do you mean bulby? Oh, okay. Okay, Aces. Because, excuse me, I have something in my tooth and I know it's really rude. It's that damn popcorn. Hi, Paula. Under pressure. How are you, darling? Okay, because some of my onions are in there from remember when I started my Spanish onions and then I didn't get a whole good job of them, so I added more. Well, the bigger ones, some of them are thicker than thick, right? So I'm hoping I'm going to get a couple of really nice Spanish onions. Now I got to ask the gardeners because I've never had any luck with onions other than the walking onions. When do I harvest them? That's what I need to know. So now what I'm going to do is with this ripped bag of rice, I said I'm going to cook pasta. I'm going to take canned potatoes, but I'm going to do a video on it for our half-acre homestead. I'm going to make a bunch of vegetable broth infused rice. Like, in other words, I'm going to cook it because I still have a lot of vegetable broth, right? We didn't eat a lot of soups this winter. So I'm going to cook all that ripped bag of rice, or a good deal of it, because I have another one in the freezer. And I'm going to cook it in vegetable broth, and then I'm going to dehydrate it. And then it's instant rice. And I can take a half-gallon jar of that or a tub of that and put it in the pantry, and it's not taking up fridge or freezer space in the coach. And then I said to Howie, we'll take some jars of my home canned chicken breast. And then if we want just a light night or no one's going to be with us and we want a light supper, I'll just throw some, pan sear some fresh vegetables, pour some boiling water over my vegetable broth infused rice, and throw in some canned chicken, and we'll have like a stir fried chicken and rice, right? Hey, Karen Rush, how are you, darling? Is anybody new here? Raise your hand if you're new here. When the tops fall over, then harvest. Well, they're all falling out. Well, they're not falling over, but the tops are falling over, right? Like, what happens if I don't harvest them in time? Like if I wait until like August. I've been growing onions for months. I want the huge big bulbs. Greedy, they are a long day, so they start bulbing really well for me after solstice. Oh, excuse me, it's Papa. Hello, my love. Why? I don't have any sleep meds. All right. Yeah, well, I know the problem is though is the canna butter only helps the sleep meds work. It doesn't actually work well on my insomnia. All right, well we'll deal with it. And you'll pick them up tomorrow on your way home from work, right? No, I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I'm getting ready for vacation. I got things to do. All right. Are you pissed because you all went all the way in there and they were closed? Well, I didn't know. I didn't know that I thought the drugstore closed at 6. All right. All right. We were both wrong. All right, baby. I love you. Drive safe. Okay, bye. Frigadag. I ordered my pills last night because I'm almost out. And they're closed. Top should die and then fall over. Okay. Over 0 is they are falling over before that, then trim back and use them as green onions. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to probably be giving away. I tried to last year, but my walking onions didn't do well last year. But they're all bulbing on the tops and they're about to fall over. So this year when I will get some, hopefully I'll be able to give some away this year. Yeah, I wish I just blend into the woodwork. Hey, Tina B, I'm on Patreon and found half acre last year. Oh, well, thank you for being a patron, Tina B. And well, you'll be getting your live stream tomorrow as well, at 4:00 for patrons. I had not. This is twice now, and it's pissing me off. But I mean, I still the real most important meds, the mood meds, those are I still have. I always have like an extra 4 just in case. So, but it keeps clouding over. Like the other day I went to Wakefield and it was just dark and gray. And it's like, oh, we're going to get rain. And then as soon as I got halfway up from Wakefield to Low, I hit about Farlton, and the clouds started to lift. And it's like, Scheisenheimer. So that's what the Amish told me in Michigan. So ever since I've had the big bulbs, I can dry outside and store all winter. Before that, I had baby onions for years. So after solstice, and once they start to fall over or brown on the top, now do you cut them right down, or do you like cut them down to like this much? Bev, how did Howie do at the racetrack? Never found out. Well, he went with his partner, and the test and tune is actually, video is coming out later tonight. But he's not really racing as he's trying right now. This year, it's all about learning the car, right? He learned the hard way on the first test and tune that he had trouble with the engine at first because it was new, right? So he had a crappy start to the day. But the thing is the big races is going to be the bracket bonanzas, right? And the spooktacular and stuff like that, like the Thanksgiving weekend, if it's open Thanksgiving weekend, right? Usually Thanksgiving, we always go to the spooktacular, and they do Halloween and Thanksgiving and everything all in one. And but he's really not racing. He's using most of his time to get to know his car. Rain the next few days. I hope so, Malka. I really do. We had hail last night. I had damage to the house and both cars. Oh, I hope I never get really big hail. That's my only thing with skylights. I always worry that they're going to break. You know what I mean? I know that they're rated for hail and stuff like that, but it just always worries me. I just heard my stove click on. My tongue is burnt. He's having a blast, and that is what's important, Seashell. That's the whole thing, and that's what I was talking to him about when I started telling him my plans for this channel. Where on earth is my roller? When I started telling them the plans for this channel being life with the Wolfies, it's like as we move forward, right? And I said to Howie, I want to have some fun too, right? So when I start doing card readings and stuff, it's going to be with a disclaimer, folks, that this is for entertainment purposes only. Unless you get something out of it, right? But it's not, Where's Patricia? Hey, Patricia, here's Johnny. Hey, Patricia Carson, how's it going? No shorter than 12 centimeters. No shorter. Okay. All right. So no more than 6 or 8 inches. I do know inches. I was raised in that system. I remember them changing over from imperial to metric. Where the heck did my roller go? What the heck did I do with it? Well, that's odd. Did I drop it? Huh? Guess I'm not rolling a joint right now. That's weird. Oh, and then I have to take my calcium and magnesium and my zinc because I was getting leg cramps last night because I haven't been taking these every day. I can only take them like twice a week. I put it in a drawer. Centimeters, 10 centimeters is 4 inches. Okay, so 4 to 6 inches. 6 inches is good then. 6 inches is good. Oh. By the way, I want to clarify something about those magnetic eyelashes. Somebody actually thought I was trying to stick magnetic eyelashes to my skin. And she thought it was, I was using, there's 2 kinds of magnetic lashes. There's the kind that have the magnetic eyeliner, and that you do that. And then there's the kind that clip on there's two sets, and you use like an eyelash curler, and they clip over your existing eyelashes. They don't work. At least these ones don't. They're crap. Helen! So yeah, having fun with that. I'm just hoping my deliveries come before I go away. Bev, since I'm on magnesium, my restless leg syndrome getting much less cramps. Do you use Gravol a lot to help you sleep, Malka? Because that can cause restless leg syndrome. I know because I used thought because it was over the counter it was harmless until I started, so I would use it before they put me on sleep meds. I tried Gravol and it worked, but the problem was it gave me restless legs. I know I don't have to explain myself. I just, there's it is what it is, right? So I just didn't want anybody to be confused about the eyelashes. Where's Pam? Hi, Pam. How are you, darling? How are you? Patrons, I'm going to be baking again. But it's probably going to be muffins, so I don't think you're going to want to see another banana muffin video, right? So I'm just letting you know that I would rather Hey, Bobby Joe, how are you, darling? Thank you, Malka. I'm just letting you know because I would rather take muffins with me, like little mini muffins with me to medicate with, rather than trying to decide how I'm going to eat my butter that night, right? Like how am I going to use it? Like last night I had it on an English muffin, but I had to coat it with cottage cheese because it was so. Oh, I'm glad, Pam. I'm glad. How are you doing, Bobby Joe? So I guess we'll know when supper's ready whether or not three-year-old corn still in the husk sitting in the bottom of your freezer is actually going to work. I'm good, thank you. I go Wednesday for a cancer scan. If it's still good. To see if it's still good? Well, I really hope that everything comes out the way you need it to, sweetheart. That's what I thought. Yeah, my canna oil is strong tasting of coconut, so I gag on it sometimes. I can't use coconut oil. Well, I can if I'm going to use it for baking. I buy the organic stuff that smells like coconut. If it wasn't coconut flavored or smelled or whatever, I would be okay with it, right? Hey, Cal. Hi, darling. How are you? How you doing? Do you know who we haven't seen in a while? Is Tony DeLuca and Vincent Pellegrino. I have so much fun saying those names. And what about Bob Brink from Big Sky Billings, Montana? We miss him too. Doing too much at once, watching trains, listening to Bev, and cooking Spanish rice. That was my oven saying it just reached temperature. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Warm enough to heat up to temp. Okay, good. Well, like I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook a bunch of rice in my vegetable broth, and I'm going to dehydrate it for instant rice. And I might as well if I have enough broth, I might as well do the whole bag of rice. It's golden basmati, and I might as well do the whole bag just because I can put that on the shelf, and that's good to do, whatever, right? I take plenty enough meds that are prescribed. Ah, okay. Well, I just know that's one thing. That's one medication that always gave me restless legs if I had it more than once in a week. Now, where did my thingamajig doohickey go? I guess I'll just use my lighter. That'll work too. I miss Tony and Raph too. Yeah, Raph's been really, really busy. Have you seen her soaps and stuff that she's working on? I wouldn't be surprised if she starts taking orders soon for her soaps. And she does it. I went to her house and she's done a beautiful job. She's got this whole soaping room. God love her. She works so bloody hard. And the things she cooks, I'm telling her, she needs a YouTube channel all her own. Trust me. Okay, I'm sorry, folks, if I seem a little distracted. I'm just trying to get this working for me here. Bev, I have to tell you, I loved your bikini. Thank you, Bobby Joe. I wish I had as much confidence as you. I haven't worn a bathing suit in 30 years. You got to try it. You got to try doing that video, even if you don't release it. You got to try it. You know why? When I saw myself, and thank you for bringing this up. When I saw myself in the video after the fact, I thought, holy crap, I look a lot better than I thought. Because how we see ourselves in our mind is greatly influenced by other people, right? So, but when we take an honest look, not in a mirror, but when you film yourself or take a picture of yourself, you are seeing yourself as other people see you. And I looked at myself and went, you know what? I look good in pink. Now, the truth be told, never mind. You don't need the truth. Well, you do need the truth, but remember when I bought those bras? The 3 bras for $20 off of, there was a blue one, a lavender one, and the bright pink one. Well, that was just a pair of underwear and a bra. But it was a bikini to me, right? Because I actually went in my drawer looking for my old black bikini. But the thing is did anybody see that post where those weird bras that are like a suction cup and you put it on your areola here, right? And somebody put a Facebook post that showed like mud flat boobs trying to use those, and they just kind of ooze out all over the place. And I thought, yeah, I knew that. That's one thing I was never going to try, right? But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, my black bikini top, when it pulls up, my boobs ooze out. So it's like, okay, these little 3 for $20 bras work great as bathing tops. I know. Yeah, exactly. I knew that was going to happen. Absolutely. So thank you very much, Bobby Joe, for the vote of confidence. But seriously, folks, if you want to find a tribe, go to TikTok. Seriously, you're going to meet all walks of life, and you're going to meet people that you resonate with. I have. And I'm really hoping they come over here too, because I am not going to live stream on TikTok. I won't live stream on TikTok, but I will put out little happy videos, right? I'm going to my happy place. I'm going to visit my family. I don't have too many expectations because I really want to hug everybody, but everybody, you get a mixed bag of how people want to be treated. I may have to, like my son Arthur said, you just told everybody in the email that you were open to hugs if they wanted to give them. And I went, yeah. And he goes, Mom. And I said, what? I'll wear a mask. He said, it's not the same. I said, okay, son, I won't hug you. He went, okay, my hub's got me on it. I can spend, I know, Christina, I know. I go to bed at night, because I always read before I go to bed, right? But I don't have time during the day because you can get lost down the TikTok rabbit hole, right? And if you do come on my TikTok, please, if you're just going to like and then scroll, don't. If you're gonna like a video, just say hi or comment it on or something, because they got a really weird algorithm. But I don't care how many likes or shadow bans or anything like that, because I don't make any money off of TikTok. And so I just go there deliberately for fun. So I save it till bedtime. I save it till bedtime because I get my little earphones on so I don't disturb Howie, and I turn off the lights, I turn on my salt lamp, and I have my can of snack, and I watch TikTok. And I love it. I love TikTok. Bev, I've been missing videos live stream, and I'm moving to a retirement apartment. My sister lives there for 2 years. Very nice. I'm packing as a legally blind person. I'm doing my way slow. Good for you. Good for you. But I've only been doing public live streams on Sundays. Sometimes I'll do one on a Thursday, because I always think that you guys deserve a live stream on Thursday, because I do a Patreon live on Monday, one on Wednesday, and I do. Who did I just hear? Oh, okay. Huh? Ezekiel? What's your name? This is my favorite, one of my favorite TikToks. But I sometimes will do Thursday, because I think that, it's a long time between Sunday to Sunday. About 40 minutes. I put a couple of corn cobs in the oven, because they're like 3 years in the freezer, right? So I want to test them before we decide whether or not we're going to throw them out in the ravine for the raccoons and squirrels near the house. But if they work, then they're good, right? So what are you doing now, babe? Are you watering the garden? Could you water the celery? Yeah, only if you got time, sweetheart. I wasn't sure if you were watering the greenhouse or not. Excuse me. Gracie's outside. She's been out in the coach. Howie's been out there watching racing. And so Gracie's been out there with him. Oh, she heard you. Oh my goodness. No, leave my sock alone. Come here and see mom. Come here and see mom. No. People want to see you. Don't be a bitch. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you that. She's not technically a bitch, because she had all her stuff removed before she ever hit puberty. So she never got puberty. So she doesn't have a swollen bippy. She got no nipples. She's a perpetual 8-year-old. Aren't you, my darling? Does that feel good? Oh, does that feel good? Want crutch or crotch? Want crutch or crotch? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, it's time for a skin treat, eh? You want one of these? Oh, is that good? What's in there? Oh, yummy. That's the last one for today. Until you get your hemp treats at bedtime. Can I have a kiss? I love you, Gracie. I love you. I know. All right, go. So she's been in the coach with Daddy. And he's been watching racing. Yes, the coach is in the driveway. And I told him, I said, the only thing that bothers me with the coach being in the driveway is when he puts the awning out, it shades my tomatoes. So I said, you don't put the awning out unless it's raining, period. My hubby loves it. Every time you yell at Howie across the house, his favorite part, I swear. Really? Tim, hi. Tim Smith from Arizona? No. That's darling. I appreciate the extra live stream, especially now. Well, I will tell you what. Live streams are going to be hit and miss while we're away. But If I can't live stream, if I'm not at 1,000 subscribers by next week, then I will live stream from. You'll get random live streams like when I'm out shopping, but they'll be on our half acre homestead because I'm not allowed to stream with my phone yet. I hope you keep all your canning videos available. Honey, all the videos are going to, hi, clever you. All the videos are going to stay. I'm just migrating some non-homesteading videos over to this channel, for watch time hours, because they've already had their steam, but new people may want to see them. Or people may want to watch them just to help get me up to that 4,000 watch hour time, right? But also because there's over like 2,500 videos on our half acre homestead. So if I take down anything that's not homestead related, you may get a little, you may find a little jump in the beginning because I have to I'm taking out the from our half acre homestead part, right? But old timers alike, and it will put videos on Life with the Wolfies on here that are more appropriate, like racing videos, like when Howie is going to start doing cars and auto body work, right? Anything that is all cooking, baking, gardening, sewing, quilting, canning, dehydrating, all of that is still always going to be put on our half acre homestead, whether I've done the video or not before, because there's always new people coming in who don't want to go back through all the old videos, right? Yeah, it's true. He even knows you just read my comment. What's his name? What's his name? Let's play. Let's prank him. What's his name, Aces? Hey, just Jen, Mary Cook, and April Greer. Hi. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm going to start because that one was my medicine from my leftover from last night. So I'm not a wake and bake person. Have I missed saying hi to anybody? How are you, Tim Smith? I used to have a crush on what the hell was their name? Tim Kenzora, I think. Bad crush on him in high school, and a Dave Smith. So when I hear Tim Smith, I go immediately back to high school. But I'm glad you're doing well. Okay. So, excuse me. Bev, I found the cutest China teacup and saucer. So nice to drink from. I used to have tons of them. I used to just love. Like I was one of those. I'm a tea. Well, like my TikTok video says, do I drink tea? Oh no, darling. Tea flows through my veins. But I used to, like, I was one of those people, like, for one, I had notions when I was younger. And when I was like 21 or 22, one of my friends was having a baby and we did a shower. A couple of us got together and threw a baby shower at Mel's house. And I think it was Julie. And we invited, there were the chief of police wife, not the chief of police, but the corporal's wife, and some of the policemen and stuff. There were, oh yeah, okay, I remember why I remember that night. Anyway, it was for Julie. The shower was for Julie. Anyway, we're setting up for the shower, and of course there's the ham sandwiches, the egg salad, and the finger sandwiches of salmon, and then you've got little cakes and cupcakes and things like that, right? Give it a 5 Howie thumbs up for Bev. Oh, God love you, honey. So I said to Mel, I said, I said, do you know anybody who has cups and saucers? She says, what do you mean cups and saucers? She said, we'll just get a sleeve of, styrofoam cups because showers traditionally for me, most people that I knew drank tea, right? I said, I am not serving, and I can't remember the lady's name. I said, I'm not serving Mrs. So and so tea in a styrofoam cup when I won't drink tea out of a styrofoam cup. So it turned out that a lot of people had little hoards of like sets of 6 of china cups and saucers. So we had that for the shower. I'm weird that way, right? And I always keep, like, I have ones with my Friendly Village dishes, but I always keep a couple of bone china cups and saucers. Well, yeah, in case Aunt Gladys and Uncle Bill came, but they're passed now. So thank you, Kel. Lady B, hi, darling. Just got home. That's okay. We're just hanging out. And because we're not, I'm only doing 2 public lives a week. Yes, I'm adding one on Thursday. Maybe it might be a Tuesday someday, but I mean, you guys aren't gonna get all the cool stuff that the patrons get, I'm sorry to say, but you're gonna get your stuff, trust me. Card readings. Hey, Rhonda, not today. Not today. I have a plan for that, and it will be, I have a plan on how to do that. I'm going to be doing, once I've gotten more familiarized, I'm doing well with the spirit animal cards best and the moon cards best, but I've got to familiarize myself with the stages of the cards and stuff. But I'll be doing private readings on Patreon. So, but I might do a couple just for fun when I get rolling. It won't be until the fall. It won't be until the fall. She's got to learn more. Yes, Julie B, I do. I mean, I used to know how to do tarot cards, but that was a long, long time ago. And these cards are different. They're 3 different kinds, right? And I'm probably going to order more, right? So, but my niece was here last night, and I don't do readings on family, on blood family. I never do readings on blood family. I could do her spirit card, and she said that was bloody amazing. I'm not going to tell you what it was or how it transpired, but she's like, wow, that's really cool. Yes, absolutely, you're dead on, right? So intuitively is best. Feel the cards. It will come back to you, honey. I know, but some of the cards are in different, like say that for the moon cards. Some of the different phases of the moon on the card mean or have different strengths on things. So it may say something generic like you have an uphill climb. But depending on the phase of the moon, it could mean financially. It could mean, I don't know this for sure, but I'm saying it could mean in your love life, it could mean all kinds of things. In your career, it all depends on which, so I have to get familiar with that. But once I understand those things, everything else for me is intuitive, right? Feel your way, right? I'm surprised nobody has said anything about what's on my shelf behind me. Nobody. That's very true. My large 1-year-old is running from window to window after the birds. I don't have tarot cards, but I do have angel cards and Hawaiian mana cards with the Hawaiian concepts. They were lunar calendar people, so very connected with nature. Well, that's why I want all kinds of different cards. I don't want to do like, the 5 of cups and this and that. And I want to get familiar with the card sets I have, because there are going to be, one of them is for light work. And I'm still actually circling that deck, like, like a turkey in the yard circling a snake, right? Because there's a lot of Mason imagery in it. And this is where people are going to find out that I don't necessarily believe is the wrong word. I don't necessarily The cards are designed by somebody else. The layouts and how to interpret them are designed by somebody else, not me. So the cards for me are not a spiritual belief thing. They're like a flashcard, right? Somebody asks a question, I pull the card, or I look in the layout if there's a layout, because when you do a full reading, you do a layout. And when I look at it, it's like a flashcard. You know, when you're doing a speech and there's things you want to cover and you have footnotes, they're like footnotes. I go, you know, say you ask, am I going to meet my one true love? And I pull up a card and it says, you know, into the future, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm going to look at that and I'm going to take what I interpret or what I intuitively understand between the question and what's on that card. The card itself is just a tool. It is not some mystical, magical thing. Okay? The stuff comes from, you know, my gift from source, right? There are concepts of natural elements that can influence our lives. Just fun guidance. Absolutely. That triggers messages and direction. Absolutely. You see a wig, you see two wigs. Yes. Now you're going to get an idea of who's going to be reading cards and doing readings and doing some lives. They will be headed with a disclaimer saying, all things in the following live stream or video are for entertainment purposes only. And I do not, you know, necessarily subscribe, but if you get something out of it, it'll be good for you. It'll be good for both of us, right? Oh, I'm really careful with channeling, Kel. Channeling can be really, really dangerous if you I gotta think my words through here. Channeling is a really hard thing to control once you open yourself to it. So you have to be really well versed and educated in how to do it, right? A new person coming into the card readings. Hi, Mary Jane. How are you, honey? And if you believe it can happen, then it will. I mean, that's the whole point. All right. This is why this is why I always say that when we share a spiritual closing, it's not denominational. It doesn't have any basis. Only what you bring to the circle. And when you bring your faith to circle and someone else brings their faith to the circle and we link hearts and hands and our faith fuels our light, there doesn't have to be one specific thing, right? Yeah, this camera is not doing those colors justice, not at all. And they're synthetic, so I won't be able to style them because I bought cheap wigs, but I won't be able to style them or anything. And and because they're synthetic, it's going to be autumn before I can wear wigs. So self-manifestation is really important. There's another thing I learned. So let's talk for a minute about faith and spiritual manifestation. When I say spiritual manifestation, I'm not talking about bringing spirits into the realm, into the world. You know what I mean? I'm talking about connecting with the source of all things and being open to messages, right? Energy flows where attention goes. That sounds like a song, doesn't it? Just let your love flow like a mountain stream and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams and let your love flow. Oh, you want to see the wigs? Well, I need some styrofoam heads, and I'm really pissed because I went to Value Village a few years back, and they had a great big container of them, and they were $5. And guess what? I've never seen them since. And I remember thinking to myself, I really should get a few of those. And then I went, what for, Bev? You know, you're just going to collect, right? This is, um, this is Phoenix. Let me give you some better light, maybe. See, they're synthetic, so they're styled just the way they are. I mean, I could probably put them in ponytails and stuff, but I don't want to mess with them too much. Oh, 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 oh. This is my favorite so far. Oh no, what on earth? What is going on? Oh, hi, Jason. You. Oh. Okay. It's red. It's red. It's not burgundy, it's red. That one's purple. Yeah. Howie came home on Friday. They were delivered on Friday, and he came home, and I called him in here because we were doing Freaky Friday. And I said, come and see what came in the mail today. So he comes in and he's looking around. He's looking for cameras or something. And then I just went like that. And he went, oh, nice. And as he was turning away, he went, if you're married, you know what the hairy eyeball is, right? So, but I'm looking to get about 5 more. And I would really love to be able to afford real hair wigs, but for the amount I'm going to use them, yeah, I'm really fussy about, okay, this coming, let's come back to me, not me. Yes, let's come back to me for a second. I've been having my first spiritual awakening was when I was 7 years sober, or 7 months sober. And Howie will remember it well. But I have spent, most of us, especially people who do not necessarily completely conform, as we're seeing is coming all out, everything's overflowing now, right? But I spent most of my life allowing myself to be stuck into boxes of conformity, right? Now, I never completely conformed. You all can figure that out. Phoenix is beautiful. I missed the second one. I love wigs. Well, I need, there's 4 or 5 more than I need. Hi, Celeste. How are you, darling? So I spent most of my life stuffing my joy, giving away my joy, which is color. I have always, that's what got me into quilting, right? I'm really, really, I hate to say anal about color when it comes to quilts and stuff. That's why it takes me a long time to lay one out. And so, like I said, when I was talking to Howie and I said, I want to have some fun too. And he said, what do you want to do? And I told him. Wow, that's a big, deep howling bark. That's across the road or next door?
No, that's the guy across the road.
It's not her little dog, is it?
He's not little anymore.
That yellow one?
Yeah, he's big. Where's the scarf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. So Howie said, what do you want to do that gives you joy? Because we've only got, like, we don't only have, but, considering our age, when we retire, we may not be able to do some of the things we want to do right now, like racing, right? And yeah, you can call it playing dress up if you want, but I'm going to be doing card readings and live streams, and I'm going to be doing it in character. And I tell you the honest truth, I resonate powerfully with color, and I'm bringing my color back into my life. Hey, Simply Twee, how are you, darling? For $2 at a secondhand store and still have it today, all my life. Well, I I don't like wearing things on my head actually, except, a headband occasionally. But I'm starting to resonate more and more with color, and the more color I'm bringing into my life, because like I said, I stuff myself into boxes of conformity, right? Because I'm apparently dealing with PTSD from my childhood, right? And so I always did the best I could to do as I was told and be compliant, but that doesn't work for me, right? I could only hold the mold. Do you remember the Muppets? Everybody remember when the Muppet Band was playing this little ding 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 la 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 little symphony piece, and everyone's mumbling, they're going, "Oh, animal can't handle it," animal can't handle it, and all of a sudden he goes, "Ah!" And he goes crazy on the drums. That was me. That was me. Um, what about the wigs, Rhonda? So I started wearing black and giving colors away in quilts and giving colors away in so many ways. Stop wearing makeup. Well, I don't need to wear makeup because I got beautiful skin. Right, dear? Yep. He's a smart fella. But I know animal, eh? So just came in from you doing some weeding. Glad to catch you. I did weeding this week too. Oh my, I don't know why, but some of my um, garlic beds aren't doing as well as the others. And I think, can anybody tell me, does garlic need like to be shaded some? Because the ones that are getting the biggest and the boldest are the ones that are getting more shade in the morning. Oh, wonderful, Julie. So the more I am allowing myself to feel my color again, okay? And it sounds really stupid, but there are things that we resonate with. Some people resonate with music. I resonate with music. Of course I resonate with music. But I there's nothing that gives me simple pure joy as much as colors. So Howie said, go ahead. So I have ordered a full palette of eyeshadows from vibrant cobalt blue to smoky gray and everything in between. I've ordered some translucent powder contour stick, 2 different shades, foundation, eyeliner, false eyelashes. Can you feel where I'm going with this? And when I resonate with color, I can't help but how the resonating is gonna play out is that the moment I put on a wig and I accessorize, do makeup and accessorize, I don't know who's gonna come out the other side, right? It might be Phoenix. It might be Violet. It might be, you know what I mean? My elbow really hurts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not explain that? Are you doing the readings here on lives or on I will be doing personal readings on Patreon. Um, like personal full scale readings where I lay out a whole bunch of stuff and it gets and more in depth. Whereas on lives, it'll probably be once a week or once or twice a month. Um, thing where I just do basic questions, right? Somebody gives a question and then I can pull a card, right? And see where we go from there. Sometimes you'll get 3 cards, sometimes you'll get 1. Depends on the shuffle, right? So, yeah, right? Anyway, we've been here for an hour and 15 minutes, and Howie is grumbling about supper, and it's almost ready, so I should really get off here. My cat lady, Saffington Smythe of Tubbington Hall, is watching. She says you can call her Saffy. Sassy Saffy. There you go. Oh, Sherry, I'm so sorry. But I mean, you can watch the replay, honey, but I do have to feed my hobby. So let's start, but before we do our closing, what color, and I'm going to ask you, don't answer until you hear the full question. What colors, what are the next 4 colors of wigs that I want? Oh, I'm glad, Tina B. I'm glad. But remember, it's been a long time and I'm going to be rusty. I have been feeling my cards. I have to cleanse the spirit, the light working cards again, because I have some reservations about those cards in particular. I'm resonating with the moon cards. I'm resonating with the spirit animal cards. I may get some native cards, some indigenous work cards. No neon green. Green, blue, silver, pink. Close. I want cobalt blue, which is kind of like this, but in blue. I want platinum blonde. And they're not all going to be long either, right? I want a platinum blonde, a cobalt blue, a cotton candy pink, a vibrant aquamarine, like a turquoise. Yeah, pink, turquoise, cobalt blue, platinum blonde, and a black. She's a snobby cat, is she? No problem being a guinea pig. That's awesome. Yes, cotton candy pink. I remember I did my hair cotton candy pink once and then tried to go into it with fuchsia streaks, but it blended and I ended up with the most vibrant hot pink hair I ever saw. And no, it was never on video. Purple's right there. Purple's right there. Purple, and that's violet and that's phoenix. So, oh, the 80s color. Yeah, I want cotton candy pink. So I was going to cut my hair, but if I wear my ponytail low or I put a braid on and just kind of put it back here, I can wear the hairnet and the wig pretty comfortably. But I won't be doing any massive dancing or anything. I still have to figure out how these things work. Yes, cotton candy pink, like real pale pink. Pale cotton candy pink, platinum blonde, cobalt blue, turquoise, vibrant turquoise, and black. Because, if I'm going to read cards, one day I might show up as Giselle the Gypsy, I know, and it's all going to be in the spirit of fun, right? Because don't take it. Anything other than your direct connection with God of your understanding, your faith. Everything else is just fluff on the furniture. And fluff on the furniture can be fun if you know how to dust it. Mermaid blue. Well, that's like the turquoise. That's like the turquoise. Like a lapis turquoise. Like a cross between lapis lazuli and turquoise, right? Oh, Julie, honey. I did my makeup for Halloween at school one year in grade 10. And the school The yearbook photographer, the school photographer, took a shitload of pictures and lost the film. But there's actually one or two of me in an old yearbook. But my English teacher wanted me to try out for drama, not just because I was doing really well with reading aloud in the play Marty, because I played his Italian grandmother, um, but because I did makeup really well with just what I had on hand. And I used to wear when I was, pre-motherhood. I used to wear a lot of makeup, like drag queen makeup when I was like 15 and still learning how to do it. Pretty sure the only reason you never see me wear makeup is because I can't put mascara on. I have almost non-existent eyelashes and I'm blind. Well, I'm not blind, but my eyesight is not the greatest. So that's hence the false eyelashes, right? I have had all those, but wasn't smart and now have very short hair because I dyed my own hair. Disastrous result of wool for hair. Yeah, I'm not going to dye my own hair, right? My hair is coming to the point where I'm really thinking, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I think my hair is beautiful. And I don't want to mess with that. So for $36, right? And I got the second one half price. I got the red one for half price. So I think I paid like, I don't know. It came with shipping and everything. I think it was $80 for 2 wigs. So why not? I'm, it's going to take a while and I still have to wait for my makeup to show up. I still have to do some makeup tutorials because I'm not going to wear smoky eye. Like I was looking in YouTube for makeup tutorials and pick up a number 11 mirror. Thank you, Sherry. Um, I was looking at makeup tutorials and I'm going, I don't want smoky eye. I don't want this. And then it clicked. Drag queen makeup tutorials. That's where we're going to have some fun. Why? Because I'm going to have fun getting into some characters. Why not? 2222 here. What does that mean? I used to actually have, well, it was my sister's and she never used it. It was a makeup mirror and it was round. It was about this big, so bigger than a dinner plate. And then it had the lights all the way around it. Oh, it was so hot because they were incandescent lights, right? The makeup lights, the milky bulbs, and the mirror actually flipped over and gave you a big magnification one. I wish I could find that now. Maybe I'll go to Value Village now that things are opening up. Maybe I'll go look at Value Village and see what I can find because nobody uses that kind of stuff anymore. But that table back there, that's going to be my table to work on. And you're going to see more bins show up as I try and keep things organized. Yep, my hair, 2 natural white streaks and turning white and silver. My hair is like 3 feet long, so older hair is still natural color, but newer hair is silver gray. Wow. Thank you, Helen22. Okay, well, listen. Howie wants supper, and it's pretty much ready, and I hope I haven't burnt the corn. So for all those who care to, please help me close with a spiritual beam of light being pushed out to the world. You use your faith, okay, to fuel your light. May we link hands and link hearts, and you do you and I'll do me. And hopefully we can push out some light to push back the darkness, right? So let's all take a nice deep breath. I won't be wearing drag queen makeup. I'm not asking you. I'm not doing makeup tutorials. I'm going to be doing character makeup. Period. Full stop. Right? I'll be me. So for all those who care to, right? Let's link hearts and link hands. And if this isn't for you, that's fine. Take care. God bless. We love you. And because guess what? There's room enough for love for everyone. All right. Even if we have to love them from a distance because they're obnoxious, we can still love, right? It's really important to love. So O great spirit, source of all. How's it going, God? Um, I want to first off, I want to say thank you to my higher power for getting me through these last couple of months. It's been really rough in a lot of ways, and I'm getting there and I'm learning. But God, times are dark and people are afraid and families are arguing over stuff that really shouldn't matter. So we want to shed light, God. We want to push some light of love and joy and peace and harmony and patience and tolerance out to the world, so that those who are having a hard time finding their own light can shelter there, and those who don't want the light will scurry back into the darkness. So please, God, fuel our circle of hands and hearts. And as your love pours in, may it fuel our circle where our hands connect. And can you see it, folks? Can you see the light coming down from us through our arms and linking? And it goes and it's going faster and faster until it becomes a beautiful, bright ring of divine light. And we go, when we can no longer contain it, we go poof, and we push that light out to the world. And it creates a beautiful, translucent dome for people to take shelter under, for us to raise up the sick and the tired and the addicted and the neglected and rejected and frightened people who are having a hard time finding their light can take shelter. May we go forward from this, projecting light and love, patience and tolerance and acceptance until we meet again. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Merry meet. Blessed be. Miigwech. Peace be unto you. Whatever your greeting and salutations are, let them be said with love and let them be said knowing you were heard. We were heard. Take care. God bless. See you guys on Thursday. Okay? 4 o'clock.